The Mahabharata is one of the greatest epics in Hinduism, and the war it describes is a legendary battle between two groups of cousins, the Pandavas and the Kauravas. This epic war, which took place over 18 days, is filled with stories of bravery, strategy, and the struggle between good and evil. Here's a detailed day by day account of the Mahabharata war. The war began not just with swords and arrows, but with the setting of rules as suggested by the wise Bhishma Pitamah. Both the Kauravas and the Pandavas, the two rival factions, agreed that the fighting would only occur from sunrise to sunset, and that warriors of equal age and strength would face off against each other. Furthermore, there were strict codes of conduct. A warrior seeking refuge was not to be attacked, and unarmed fighters were to be spared. The war, though brutal, was to be fought with honor. The first day of the Mahabharata war started with both armies facing each other on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The Pandavas, led by Arjun and his brothers, and the Kauravas, led by Duryodhan, were prepared for a fierce battle. As the war began, Bhishma, the commander of the Kauravas, led his forces with great strength. The Pandavas suffered heavy losses, with around 10,000 soldiers dying on the first day. Bhishma's leadership gave the Kauravas confidence that they would win. On the second day, the Pandavas, determined to fight back, regrouped. Arjun, one of the greatest warriors, engaged in a fierce battle with Bhishma. Despite Bhishma's power, Arjun fought bravely, but the Pandavas still faced significant losses. However, they managed to hold their ground, and the day ended with both sides having suffered casualties. By the third day, the fighting became even more intense. The Pandavas and Kauravas arranged their armies in complex formations. Bhim, the second Pandava brother, along with his son Ghatotkacha, caused chaos in the Kaurava army, driving them back. Arjun, encouraged by Lord Krishna, launched a powerful attack on the Kaurava forces, causing significant damage. The Pandava gained the upper hand by the end of the day. On the fourth day, Bhim took the lead, determined to defeat the Kauravas. He fought with incredible strength, defeating many warriors. Duryodhan, the leader of the Kauravas, tried to counter Bhim by sending his elephant army, but Bhim, with the help of Ghatotkacha, destroyed the elephants and continued his assault. The Kauravas were deeply shaken by Bhim's power. The fifth day saw Bhishma Pitamah unleashing his full fury on the Pandava army. He caused great destruction, killing many soldiers. Arjun and Bhim tried to control Bhishma, but his strength was overwhelming. The Pandavas faced severe losses, and their morale was low by the end of the day. On the sixth day, both sides fought with renewed energy. The battlefield was filled with intense fighting, and the soldiers from both armies fell in large numbers. Duryodhan was frustrated by the losses his side was suffering, but Bhishma continued to encourage him. By the end of the day, Bhishma managed to defeat a large part of the Pandava army. The seventh day saw both armies adopting new formations. The Pandavas arranged their army in the shape of a Vajra, also known as Thunderbolt, while the Kauravas used a Mandal formation. Arjun and Drishtadyumna, the commander of the Pandavas, led their forces effectively, causing the Kauravas significant trouble. On this day, Iravan, Arjun's son, fought bravely and defeated many Kaurava warriors. On the eighth day, the Kauravas created a tortoise-shaped formation to protect themselves. Bhim, filled with rage, killed 8 of Duryodhan's brothers. The Kauravas suffered heavy losses, but they managed to kill Iravan, Arjun's son. The day ended with both sides experiencing great sorrow over their losses. The ninth day was one of the most significant days of the war. Bhishma continued to devastate the Pandava army. Arjun was struggling to fight against Bhishma, and seeing this, Lord Krishna, who had vowed not to take up arms in the war, decided to intervene. He lifted a chariot wheel, to attack Bhishma, but Arjun stopped him. Bhishma was deeply moved by Krishna's actions and continued to fight fiercely, causing heavy losses to the Pandavas. On the 10th day, the Pandavas, under Krishna's guidance, devised a plan to defeat Bhishma. They brought Shikhandi, a warrior whom Bhishma refused to fight on the battlefield. Arjun used Shikhandi as a shield and shot arrows at Bhishma. Bhishma, respecting Shikhandi's presence, laid down his weapons and allowed himself to be struck by Arjun's arrows. Bhishma fell on the bed of arrows but chose to remain alive until the war ended. After Bhishma's fall, Dronacharya, the Pandavas' teacher, was made the commander of the Kaurava army. Duryodhan, desperate to end the war, ordered Dronacharya to capture Yudhishthir, the eldest Pandava. However, Arjun defended his brother fiercely, and Kauravas failed in their mission. The day ended with the Pandavas suffering more losses. On the 12th day, the Kauravas devised a plan to keep Arjun away from Yudhishthir so they could capture him. They sent Arjun far away to fight a battle, but he returned just in time to save his brother. The fighting was intense, with both sides suffering heavy casualties, but Pandavas managed to hold their ground. The 13th day saw the creation of the Chakravyuh, a complex military formation by the Kauravas. Only Arjun and his son Abhimanyu knew how to enter this formation, but Abhimanyu did not know how to exit it. Abhimanyu entered the Chakravyuh but was trapped inside when the other Pandavas were blocked by Jayadratha, a Kaurava warrior. Surrounded by multiple Kaurava warriors, Abhimanyu fought bravely but was eventually killed. His death was a huge loss for the Pandavas. Enraged by Abhimanyu's treacherous death, Arjun vowed to kill Jayadratha before sunset the next day, or he would kill himself by jumping into a fire. The Kauravas, knowing this, hid Jayadratha deep within their army. Arjun, with the help of Krishna, fought through the Kaurava forces and just before sunset managed to kill Jayadratha with the help of Sri Krishna. This victory was a significant morale boost for the Pandavas. On the 15th day, the Pandavas faced the fierce Dronacharya. Krishna advised Yudhishthir to tell Dronacharya that his son Ashwathama had died, knowing that this would demoralize him. Yudhishthir, who never lied, reluctantly said that an elephant named Ashwathama had died. Hearing this, Dronacharya, thinking his son was dead, laid down his weapons. Drishtadyumna, a Pandava ally, took this opportunity to kill Dronacharya. The Kauravas suffered a great loss with the death of their commander. After Dronacharya's death, Karna, a close friend of Duryodhan and one of the greatest warriors, was made the commander of the Kaurava army. Karna fought fiercely against the Pandavas, especially Arjun. However, he spared the lives of the 4 other Pandavas except Arjun because of a promise he had made to his mother Kunti. On this day, Ghatotkacha, Bhim's son, caused massive destruction in the Kaurava army. To stop him, Karna used a powerful weapon, the Vasavi Shakti, which could only be used once, that he had saved all along for Arjun. Karna killed Ghatotkacha, but the Pandavas were relieved that Arjun was now safe from this weapon. The 17th day saw the much anticipated battle between Arjun and Karna. During the fight, the wheel of Karna's chariot got stuck in the ground. While Karna was trying to free his chariot, Arjun, on Krishna's advice, shot an arrow and killed Karna. Karna's death was a turning point in the war, leading to complete demoralization of the Kauravas. On the 18th and the final day, only 3 warriors were left on the Kaurava side: Ashwathama, Kripacharya, and Kritavarma. Duryodhan, severely injured, went to hide in the lake, but the Pandavas found him. Bhim challenged Duryodhan to a mace fight and, following Krishna's advice, struck him on the thigh, which was against the rule of the mace fighting. Duryodhan fell, mortally wounded. That night, Ashwathama, seeking revenge, attacked the Pandava camp and killed all of Draupadi's sons at night. However, his action led to a curse from Krishna, condemning him to wander the earth for eternity. The Mahabharat war ended with the victory of Pandavas, but it came at a great cost. The battlefield was covered with the bodies of thousands of warriors, and both sides lost many of their loved ones. The war teaches us about the importance of righteousness, the consequences of our actions, and the tragic outcomes that arise from hatred and conflict.